disgusting and offensive.
Is it 1951? Is it 1951?
That's extremely offensive and dehumanizing.
You may have seen these three letters in your newsfeed recently. DEI. DEI stands for Diversity, Equity, Inclusion. It's a broad term in workplace culture that refers to hiring people of different races, ethnicities, religions, sexual orientations, and so on. But in the context of the US election, it's already being used as a political attack.
100%. She was a DEI hire.
Conservatives in America have been calling Kamala Harris their first DEI president. In other words, she's not in the role because of her competence. She's in the role because she's the token diversity hire. Now, yes, Kamala Harris is a woman, and yes, she is of Indian and Jamaican descent. But the political purpose of referring to Harris as a DEI candidate is to deliberately deny her credentials. The United States has never had a female leader, and if history has taught us anything, it's that any woman who comes close will face certain specific attacks that their male counterparts wouldn't.
I think the best answer for sexism in politics is more women in politics, and getting more women who are out there standing up, speaking out, arguing their point of view, taking the slings and arrows, because as soon as you step into the arena, everything about you is fair game.
Shortly after Harris's announcement, Hillary Clinton came out with this op-ed in the New York Times, where she said how difficult it can be for strong female candidates in American politics. She said Harris offers a hopeful, unifying vision and can defeat Donald Trump, but will face unique additional challenges as the first Black and South Asian woman to run. And just check out some of the rhetoric so far. Harris has been described as aggressive, as mean, as a miserable, childless cat lady. She's Biden's hoe, a whore, a harlot, a side chick. She's faced baseless claims that she slept her way to the top, that she's not eligible for the presidency because her parents were immigrants, that she's not a natural-born citizen, and that she's neither Black nor Indian enough to claim those identities. Now, there's no truth to any of those statements, but they're reiterated over and over again by Trump supporters to discredit her. The Democrats have pushed back against these comments, deeming them disgusting and offensive.
We are a multiracial, multi-generational society. This is what Donald Trump and MAGA Republicans don't want to accept.
But back to the DEI thing, let's take a quick look back on Kamala Harris's career. She's currently the Vice President of the United States. Before that, she was a US Senator. Before that, she was California Attorney General, where she oversaw the largest state justice department in the country. And prior to that, she had been San Francisco's District Attorney since 2003, and she has a law degree from the University of California. To refer to her as a DEI candidate negates all of that. The subtext is, Harris got the gig because she's a minority, and she probably stole it from a more deserving white man. Now, even if we take the ethical implications out of this, the Republicans may be shooting themselves in the foot here. Already, some Republican leaders have warned party members against targeting Harris's race or gender. See, the Republican Party needs Black and female voters, and to keep pushing this narrative that Harris only got the role because of her race and gender risks losing those voters. So, could Kamala Harris actually win the election and defeat Donald Trump? It's too soon to say. On one hand, her approval rating to date hasn't been great. She's running on limited time to separate herself from the Biden campaign, and hailing from left-leaning California could alienate voters from Middle America. But on the other hand, the switch to Harris has totally reignited the Democrats' campaign after Biden.
You all helped us win in 2020. And in 2024, we will win again.
More than $230 million was raised in the first 24 hours of her takeover, the single largest day of campaign fundraising of any candidate in US history. She's undergone a fresh rebrand to appeal to younger voters, and as part of this, she's leaning into pop culture moments that make her seem fresh and relatable.
You think you just fell out of a coconut tree? You exist in the context of all in which you live came before you.
Between now and November, we can only expect the personal attacks to get worse. But at the end of the day, two things can be simultaneously true. Kamala Harris is a woman of color, and Kamala Harris is the most qualified Democratic candidate for the 2024 election. And if a political attack fails to invoke policy or credibility, that's a walking red flag right there.